Old school makes you wild. Real school makes you wanna get high. High school makes you crazy. High school made me cry.
This is like a small portion of the collection of inspirational stuff that I've picked up over the years. I don't know where I should start. This is Lucian Freud, and these are some of his paintings that he did in his early years, and I believe he was in his teenage years when he did these pieces. I just kind of like love the way that he applies oil paint and just kind of creates these really like raw portraits. You can really tell kind of like more towards his later work how invested he was with each piece, and he would take around like 2 years to paint some of these paintings. Frida Kahlo is also like a really huge like influence on me. This is a beautiful like collection of her sketchbooks, and at the end it has like the translation of all her messages.
Just because I am a certain age doesn't mean that I am any older than I was yesterday.
This is called The Wrong Place, and the illustrations are just absolutely beautiful. I love kind of his like applicant of watercolors that he's done, and like the way that he layers it. These are kind of like some local zines that I've picked up by local artists. This is my friend Bree. It's actually coming to Oka next year. This is Jeanette, and then this is Carla, my friend in Australia, who does these beautiful kind of like illustrations. Josie, who's from the UK.
So I walk around with my head down and sit around. Sometimes I just want you JoJo, but I know that that is no. It's so impossible.
There's so many other shots that he could sit. David Shrakeley's work I'm a really big fan of, because I just kind of love his really crudely drawn pictures with his like humorous text that is so bad but just hilarious. Oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim I was like obsessed with in grade 10. I wanted to be Ramona Flowers. I had blue hair. I was like obsessed. And again, I was in England for when the final like book came out, and I was like, Mom, we gotta go to the comic book store. Like, I need to know how this ends. Whenever I was in chapter, I would pick up the Mouse series to read. Then one day I'm like, I'm just gonna have to buy it instead of reading it every time. Like, I spent a whole summer just going into chapters reading it, but I bought it in the end. So that's the main thing. One is like more of a Toronto-based like magazine that has like these really cool articles featuring kind of like both Toronto artists and like worldwide, kind of like people in the scene at the moment. It's just really cool to have kind of like a local publication to follow. And then this is like I love like all these sketchbooks that document like I just love looking at art sketchbooks. It's like my favorite type of things to look at. Like, I don't even like real art, just sketchbooks. Just show me the sketchbooks. And then, yeah, of course, Rookie Yearbook 3 is coming out soon, so I'm super psyched for that. I have like a couple pieces in that too. For this one, I mainly, like, I just did some of the side illustrations. Like, my biggest one was to do some self-advertising. Where is it? If I can find it.
So wait, you met her at the
yeah, I met her at the launch party of the first book, and that's where I picked up the first book. And then I was like, oh, like I'd love to do work for you guys. And then I did work for their second book, and then that was my illustration. That's probably the biggest one. Yeah, Morrissey. So that was a pretty big deal.